What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. I hope everybody's ready to get into the TA. It's such an exciting day today. Let's just go over the range that occurred today on SPY. So all the way up here, all the way down there, that's $15 of range. And personally, I do believe you were going to come down and you were going to fill that gap right there. And that would be an ideal place to exit shorts going into FOMC. But I will say, you currently have a setup to absolutely die off FOMC, which I am so very excited about, guys. If anybody followed the Twitter alerts this morning and from yesterday, you got TQQQ strangle money overnight. You got 20-30% gains. Now, I wish that was more. I thought it was going to be more. I guess premiums, looking at them, they were priced way higher than they have been in the past. So that is something. But then again, you saw what happened. Like this, we all knew volatility was in the air for this day. Okay, like it was destined to happen, which means like those strangles are destined to at least give you some gains. Now I thought it would be a lot more gains, but that's all right. Now in the morning, we did end up on TQQ. We went all the way up here. So if that happened, you would have immediately opened automatically if you got in right with me when I told you guys I was entering on Twitter the other day. The exact entry, exact put, exact expiration, that was all on Twitter. And if you guys want those, okay, if you guys want my exact trades, all right, and you're not paying for any trade alerts, they're free for the next like 1 to 2 years. I'm going to be posting them on Twitter because I want to build up my social media presence. And honestly, I want to put a lot of money in people's pockets. So then when the time comes when I do like just want to go travel the world, I want to establish like a 50 to 100,000 per month income. I don't have to do any crazy high prices. I don't have to charge like $100 or anything. It'll be like Andrew Tate for his thing, like Hustlers University. He got like a lot of people to sign. No, I'm not, guys. Just don't do it. All right, I offer this here for free. This is an exact blueprint for anybody to continuously make money. I give you my exact blueprint for making money. So, and it's for free. All right, but eventually I'm gonna do these updates here on YouTube every day. Those are good. They're just gonna come until I'm an old man. I don't know, until like something, I don't know, until just the day comes. But that, guys, that's years and years out. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm gonna keep getting better and better at this. And honestly, I know I can. This is my way of like I can touch lives. This is my way. I have no way to touch the scale of lives that I want to. Besides like doing something like I'm doing. I need to build up a social media presence, and I need, like, if people want to access to life, to like, hey, how can I get out of this rut? How can I not like hate my life anymore? I know how it feels. All right, I get it. Okay, but like having this, knowing for the rest of your life you're gonna be perfectly fine without any job, it doesn't fucking matter. Nothing matters. Go put up with it right now. All right, now I happen to like I like the jobs I have. I do. And I also like the people, and the new one, it's a skill. I literally searched for that specific job so I can skill stack my canine training abilities. All right. And yeah, so far, yeah, it is exactly doing that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, guys, like straight up, that's all I'm trying to do here on my social medias. Like, obviously, I'm trying to build up presence because I want to go travel the world and eventually, like, I mean, like, also, I fully acknowledge, like, yeah, making these videos, dude, it, like, just picks up my exponential growth curve in terms of my skill set. Like, it just picks it up, like, so heavily, so steeply. It just expands it, all right? And it's because, like, guys, I have my TA, my trades, my trading abilities, like, just everything is right here every single day for public scrutiny. And like, if it's bad, I'm sure I will get called out for it, but it's not, which is the reason I think this is why I don't have a lot of you guys calling me out. And when people do call me out, I usually got a logical response to it, that like the people, like, they kind of look dumb if they argue with me, because I'm not looking to argue with anyone. I'm just looking to make money here on YouTube. And if you like, honestly, if anybody like really has been doing things differently than me for quite some time, they are on the losing side of the trade. All right, I've been pretty spot on for quite some time now. All right, so let's, with all that out of the way, let's get right into the TA because we got some exciting stuff. I'm in a jolly good mood, guys. I'm in a very jolly good mood. I've seen the account do crazy things today, and I've been pretty hyped. And just knowing that what we're going to discuss in this video is that, like, hey, the fact that we have this setup and this has already happened, the move today got given back, completely given back today. The fact that that happened and our oscillators are still up here on the weekly, daily, and 4-hour time frames, all right, shows that holy shit, FOMC is about to be the catalyst to bring it down. That's what the charts are saying, guys. That's what they're saying. All right, so with that being said, let's get into the charts. We're going to start off with the weekly time frame. We're just going to go over that. All right, you do have your stochastic crossing down. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled. All right, look at your CCI. Focus on your CCI. Look at the DIA. I already have it marked here, but you do have a weekly bearish divergence now on DIA. You actually have the same exact thing on, you have one on SPY. You don't have on QQQ, but you have one on SPY. You have one on SPX likely. IWM has this. No, IWM did not make a high. IWM is the weakest link right now. It really did just go up and literally back test its trend line today. If anybody wants a really solid short idea, along with the other one we're covering here on the channel, all right, which is the Jan 2390 puts for SPY, which anybody could have entered at $4 freaking today per contract, guys. $400 per contract. You could have entered your 390 Jan 20 SPY puts. And holy shit, that's exactly what your boy did. Your boy also entered 395 December 30 SPY puts. And holy shit, they went up 150% by lows, guys. We're going to go over that in just a second. But first, we're going to finish off with this, all right? Look at DIA. Look at how weak that guy is. Look at him. Look at that. Look at that. But all in all, guys, you have a very bearish setup. So do not be fooled here. Do not be fooled. You do have your stochastic crossing up on SPY and SPX. Your QQQ stochastic is as well. IWM is getting there. DIA is getting there. All right. Bitcoin, obviously, you're all the way back down here. But yeah, all right. Do not be fooled because things are about to take a quick, steep downturn. Because just look at your CCI. Just look at it. Look at we're going to look at SPY. All right. Look at your weekly time frame. Look at your daily time frame. All right, look at your 4-hour time frame. All right, your hourly time frame suggests you might get a bounce, and then we will probably come back down. All right, we will probably be coming back down. It's 1:35 p.m. right now. I don't know if you go down and fill the gap that was left open today on SPY's daily time frame at 398.95. You came so very close, but you did not fill it. That is going to be used to the dealer's advantage. All right, but all in all, I don't even think that was like when this happens, when it gets so close like that, it's not even the dealer doing that. Like maybe, because I really don't have a crystal ball and I have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. All right. One day I will be a part of big money and I will know everything that goes on behind the scenes and I'll become the master of the markets. But till that day, like, no, I'm just kind of using my imagination here on, well, not even my imagination. I know what's in their best interest. All right. And when you know what's in someone's best interest, what their motive is, typically can see the pattern that they normally will do. And that's exactly what we have here. But I do think this is just because shorts got so close there. They're just trampling over each other and they're just all running for the door right at the same spot. And that's what caused that. All right. Because that's like big money does know. If I know, big money knows. Gaps cause reversals, very slight reversals. They don't have to automatically cause something like we have here, obviously. Because we are right at the top. Literally, again, we have another point of divergence. Like, guys, the setup is absolutely insane today. Okay, it's insane. The video is insane today. You know why? Because, I mean, I already pointed out the weekly time frame, but let's go over all the insane factors we got on the daily time frame, right? They go crazy. We got a triple bearish divergence going on Mr. SPY here. All right? Bearish triple divergence on the daily time frame. Let's go over an SPX. What do we have? Another bearish triple diverge. You have 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. Oh, and actually, before I forget, we'll go over it. Actually, never. We'll go over it towards the end of the video. Not now. ADHD moment right there. ADHD moment. DIA. What do you have? You have 1 point of divergence, 2 point of divergence, 3 point of divergence, 4, 5, 6. You have a six triple. We'll call it a 6 triple bearish divergence going on your CCI on DIA on the daily time frame. All right, so let's just exit out of all of those. Come over here. Go over there to Mr. VIX. What do we got going on in Mr. VIX? Now, I'm going to point your attention over here. All right, so what do we have going on over here? We have a gap up. You came down. You left that gap open, and then you tried coming back to fill it. Now, in this scenario, we did come back to fill it in yesterday's video. You guys remember what I said? All right, I said that we could likely see this thing come back down, come a little underneath the gap, and then we could see a rebound into FOMC. What do we have going on? And now, again, I always give out multiple scenarios, so I'm not going to act like I just kind of called the shit out of everything, all right? But all in all, these are things that everyone was prepared for, and the positions that people were taking, the tradability of this thing, that is what I pride myself in. With holy crap, everyone was ready for this. This was best case scenario. All right, this was literally the best case scenario. All right, so I'm not someone who just says things will happen and they happen on the charts. No, I read the charts each and every day here on the channel. All right, so like there are people who talk out their ass and just throw out predictions, and I'm like, my response to like all of them are like, dude, you have no crystal ball. Why are you calling out a specific level that we're going to reach by a specific date? Why are you calling out a specific, like just anything specific? You can't do that. All right, you have to just read a chart, tell the people what's on the chart, what the chart suggests, and then you put together a likely scenario or several likely scenarios, and then you go off of that. All right, we've just hit not only our most likely scenario, but also the best possible scenario for our short. All right, if I said if the SPY breaks this trend line, where was I going to be watching? I was going to be watching QQ for this to end the rally, this to end the rally, or this to end the rally. I didn't know which one it was going to be. I said I didn't think we'd come all the way up here. That's a big one. But this is literally, I pointed out specifically QQ's trend line. Go back to yesterday's video if you really desire. All right, but straight up, this is what I pointed out. I said maybe we even get some crazy beat on CPI and come all the way up to this trend line here, and that's where we reversed. Look what happened. That's literally where we reversed. All right, we tapped on the 4-hour time frame. We came right back down. All right, that is literally going all the way back up to the top. Come over to SPY, same exact thing. All right, and something very cool about SPY's 4-hour time frame was this right here. All right, it was right, like not only do we have this going on, but this is why it's so perfect. All right, look at this wick. All right, this wick right here went and peaked right at the top of the golden pocket. This zone right here, just so everyone doesn't, so everyone knows, I'm not talking to my ass here. Okay, this is definitely the correct zone here. Let's just go a little like that and a little like that. Is that it right there? Right there. All right, so we have a pretty exact zone. That's what I'm getting at. It could be like that. I think that would be a little better, and we could go a little higher here. Maybe like right there. All right. So it's pretty exact. We came right up to the top of the golden pocket, which is the, if I'm not mistaken, the 0.78 Fibonacci. 0.78 Fibonacci, mate. All right. The 0.786 Fibonacci retracement level from this high of 431 all the way down to this low of 348.11. All right, guys. We literally wicked up to that exact thing. All right. We came pennies from it. Or like we passed it, but only by pennies. All right, what the heck, guys? Like, what is this? This is pretty exact too, and we went up 20 cents above it and we reversed. And then guess where the body of the candle opened on the next one, closed on this and opened on the next one, right here at the back test of the rising wedge. So at the bottom trend line of the rising wedge, guys. Today's setup is insane for the bear side of things. It's insane. I don't care if it's risky holding into FOMC. Jerome Powell, I know Jerome Powell, and I can say right now, he doesn't want markets at highs. All right, like this is the opposite. I've spoke extensively about this to you guys on the channel, and I do understand there's a lot of new people, in the recent weeks, a lot of new people have been here. So I'm going to tell you guys how inflation works, all right? Guys, inflation, yeah, I mean, it's the goods and services at the store, but it's also the wealth effect. All right, the wealth effect, when we have a market that's rising like this is bound to cause steady inflation because people will keep spending more and more because they think they have more and more. All right, if you have markets up here, all right, and people are sitting here thinking somehow the bear market is over, all right, all of this recession talk is over. If they're somehow thinking that, they're going to be spending. So if Powell makes it so people think that, then yeah, they're going to be spending. So You know, and that's going to drive up inflation. It's called the wealth effect. All right. So if the wealth effect comes back into play here, we're screwed. All right. Inflation will automatically tick up. I don't care what happened now. Okay. The hard part, okay, is now they have to hold rates up for an extended amount of time. I told you guys that like the market, they like we're not really seeing what Powell was saying at the last time he spoke, which was like, hey, like, yeah, we might stop raising rates at the next FOMC meeting. Okay. We might stop hiking up rates. All right. But we now know we have to hold them at a higher level above a 5% terminal rate, he said. Above a 5% terminal rate, he said, for an extended amount of time. All right. If that is the case, this economy is going to be wrecked. I told you guys how the economy works. The higher amount of time, all right, or the longer amount of time, the longer time you have to hold up here at elevated rates, the more time the whole debt-based system grinds and something is bound to break. Okay, down the line. I don't know when it's going to happen. Again, I have no crystal ball, but I do understand that something will break if we keep the current economic environment the same way it is right now. And the only way they can combat inflation is to keep the rates up to where they are right now. Okay, if they don't want to have to Volcker things and do like twice as well, I've told you guys this. We can either have things like come down and we keep stuff up here, and you know, like we see the market, it's going to tank because it's going to go along with the economy, and the economy is going to grind, and everything's going to grind, and something's going to break, and then there's going to be great panic. Then we're going to go to a waterfall moment at some point. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's going to be somewhere, probably in 2023. I think we're about to have widespread panic here, but I think it's going to be something like this. I don't think we're going to have just continued selling like the COVID crash. I don't think it's going to be something like that. But I do think we're going to make our way back down here. But my point is, guys, all right, they have no choice right now but to be hawkish. They have absolutely no choice. We had a hot jobs report. That means the wage price spiral can also be of concern, all right? But I'm just saying the charts do predict the news, and we are up riding high in the sky on the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour time frames. On the CCI, the CCI runs the market. All right. In my personal opinion, this is the indicator everyone should be using. If they want consistent money, learn how to use the CCI. My channel demonstrates that straight up. It does. All right, guys. And the stochastic. I mean, I like that bad boy too. But yeah, look at SPX right now. You have that crossing down right there. But yeah, guys, I think that is pretty much all we really had to cover. You can play a strangle into FOMC, but I will say I saw personally, firsthand, the volatility made it so like you really didn't gain too much on these strangles. All right, we were up like 11 something percent at open. All right, on TQQ, if I remember correctly. That's such a massive, like, you should have been up so much on those. All right, this, yeah. Right there. All right. And I was into this big bar. This is where I was buying my puts. I was selling my stuff up here. Up here, I was selling the, like right here at the top of this big bar. That's where I was selling. And then right towards the bottom, this is where I was loading the crap out of the puts. And I was actually loading them on SPY. It was on this big bad boy right there. But yeah, guys, all in all, I wish everybody luck. I hope that covers everything. I think we covered everything. We can cover Mara, just because that is something that is in our buy zone. But I will say, if this really is the top and Bitcoin is gonna bottom like with the market, then guys, I really like. I don't hate to say it because it's gonna be great. All right. But we're gonna have to wait longer and be more patient for that Mara entry. Okay. So I'm $5,000 in the hole now. I'm gonna wait to start buying with the market because I do think Mara is going to come down and fill this gap with where it is right now. We're gonna just crunch the numbers right now. How far from the current lows do we have to fall? Right there. That is only another 26%, guys. There are a lot of stocks that are going to be doing that. It wouldn't even surprise me if Mara makes it down to $3, $2.50. Like, I don't know, guys. But it's probably going to die off. You also have a mega gap all the way down here at $1. And like right at like $1.15, guys. That's crazy. We'll put that on the chart. I don't think this will ever be filled though, but it'll be a funny little thing to have on the chart. All right, guys. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video. Everybody, good luck on FOMC tomorrow. If you're playing a strangle, let me know about it in the comments. I would love to see how that plays out. Because I don't think it's going to be a big one, but if somebody does have the balls to play that thing, let me know. All right, let me know. But I mean, then again, I guess, you know what? I guess my balls are pretty big in this scenario, considering I am hodling these puts through FOMC. But guys, I'm just saying the charts don't suggest like. And like, here's the thing. Also, guys, just know, like, I know the risk here. All right, I perfectly understand the risk, which is like, hey, you come up here and you tap one of these bad boys up here. Like, if Powell makes the market rally, you tap one of these. If Powell makes the market rally, you're just going to be forming a bearish divergence here on your 4-hour time frame. Then is going to inevitably give you that sell-off. I'm just going to say right now, I just got an extra like 100% gain. Like, my port went up so freaking much today, guys. All right, so much. Like, just an immediate, like, just overnight, like 15K. It was amazing. It was so good. All right. Well, not overnight, but like from open to now. All right. Or open to lows. So it was pretty sexy. All right. But yeah. All right. If we get this 1-hour CCI all the way down here today, I will be taking profit on most of the December 30 calls or December 30 puts, if not all of them. Because then that would give us the probability that the high probability that we're going to rally into FOMC and we're going to top out. But like, just know, guys, if you are selling and you entered with me at the exact top today, you could have entered. Like, look at SPX. This is the equivalent of where we entered, or I entered. Maybe some of you guys did, because if you do want Twitter, like literally trade alerts on the spot, they're on Twitter, guys. I literally alerted them, and I alerted the TQQ strangle as well. Everything is working out. And I'm not gonna like just, you know, spam on Twitter and stuff like that. No, I'm literally going to only wait for the very important info to come around, which is my trades, or like just important updates on stuff that is happening, like I also posted shortly ago. All right, guys. So with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video, and good luck. Peace.